statue bears absolutely no resemblance to the shadow of the Amaterasu.
You are correct. However, this statue is but one part of the whole picture.
What do you mean by only one part?
Who called
What
it?
is the other part to the real form of the Amaterasu
called it?
shadow?
Do I get points?
Wait, what did
yeah,
you call?
you do. Wait,
Wait,
yeah,
what
we gotta add
what did-
another player to the point list.
Why didn't you mention it?
A little while
At the
ago.
start.
At the very start of, like, I think when we entered the room.
What did you say?
Wait
I
there,
said it's
Daniel.
both statues that meet the shadow.
Wait there.
We both said it.
What?
The fuck?
What do you mean, why there? Why, where?
Look where your cursor is.
Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Okay. Let's try this. Wait, no, does that make sense? So if it's being cast on the stage there, then...
Oh yeah, because
They
there was
could be
two
two
lights.
different
There was two lights and they
statues that
collided.
Or
Oh, that's
There was
shadows
two
that
lights and they
overlap.
collided.
That's true. So they combine the silhouette. Take that!
Yeah. It's another statue. It's not like we exempted it like 5 seconds ago.
This is new to us. The Atagarasu shadow was made from the shadows of these two statues.
Made. What do you mean by that?
Right now, the spotlights are all over the place. This is because they were moved when the guests were in a panicked state. However, if we were to restore the lights to where they were when the thief appeared...
You believe that those two will create the shadow of the Etagarasu?
Precisely. Now then, watch as I reveal the true form of the Atagarasu. First, if we set up a spotlight to cast a shadow of King Primadux on the battlefield, the shadow of the king statue would appear on the backdrop of the stage. Likewise, if we set up a light on the queen who spoke of love to King Primadux, her silhouette would also appear on the backdrop to the stage.
Huh! So if we were to combine those two shadows... It looks nothing like the Atagarasu's shadow. Miles Edgeworth, how do you explain this gross shape? Gross to you?
Grotesque.
Grotesque.
Calm down, Franziska. The way the light needs to be shown on the queen statue is wrong.
What do you mean by that?
I believe that the whole of the king's shadow needs to be used for this to work. However, in the case of the queen, I don't believe her whole shadow is needed. Rather, the person who created the shadow only used one part of her shadow.
Only one part?
Yes, and that one part alone is enough to fill the rest of the Atagarasu's shadow.
The hand? Why did you say that in the first place?
You're right.
You made me move
I
around shit because you were too lazy to do it yourself. It would be the hand. The hand.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
It matches
The hand.
the shape. Take that! Think back to what is missing in our shadow. 5 long, thin areas, correct? Now, what does that remind you of?
Oh,
That's right. It can only be the shadow of the queen's left hand. Franziska, can we please adjust the spotlight's position so that it only shines on the queen's left hand?
alright. Let's give it a try and see what we get.
Looks nothing like it. Oh, it does.
It's...
Yeah, this is exactly like the shadow I saw.
The culprit must have changed the spotlight's positioning beforehand. And then pulled the plug after people saw what the culprit wanted them to see. In their panic, the guests must have moved the spotlights around, which we can assume was also a part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the Atagarasu shadow had vanished.
Which means that the shadow was a construct from the very beginning. Oh my god.
So you
Shocking.
see, the Atagarasu never did visit Alabast tonight. The only country that the thief visited was Babal, although it can be assumed that the Atagarasu had an accomplice in Alabast.
An accomplice? But who?
I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was the person who set up the shadow show.
Oh, wait a second.
Hmm?
Okay, so we know the Master Joker raid got a note, right?
Mhm.
Said come here to the statue, and then what my premise, not premise, my belief is that the King Julian is the one who murdered him, the security person.
I mean the no, not the ambassador. Is it the ambassador?
The Mr. Kuchiman. King Julian killed Mr. Kuchiman.
Well, yeah, he's still like one of the most suspicious people in this case.
Yeah, in my opinion. So it would make sense that he would kill him and he would have an accomplishment in Abraham or whatever that is. Cause he betrayed him, leading to his murder. Like
He has motive, yeah.
Yeah, his motive.
All right.
Point not the fact.
Perfect testimony. Perfect theory.
So perfect, I butchered everything. Let's go.
we still understood it. I sense that the biggest clue yet to solving the case is the existence of this accomplice. Psh. Who's this?
I don't know.
I think I know. How's the investigation going? It's me, Batman. Yeah.
Oh my
That's
god.
right. Batman.
I'm such
Detective
a huge
Bad,
fan.
have you come to join us in investigating the Yatagarasu?
I've left the murder in Agent Lang's charge. And my only target from the very beginning is the Yatagarasu, so yes.
So, what have you found out?
This lollipop sucks. I got a piece of evidence.
May I see it?
No. Sure, we might regret it.
We're here because we are ready to face whatever may come. So, if you please.
When people heard the commotion, bystanders started gathering. And one woman claimed, "I'm Talon, I'm the genuine international journalist."
Hey, that's not what it said. That's it.
She gave me an interesting picture.
A journalist?
She had a really annoying voice. Well, actually, she's a freelance cameraman. This is the photo I got from her.
By the way,
What
guys,
the
that
shit?
camera woman was actually like a really important character of previous games, and I voiced her, so he's basically laughing at me.
Making
Okay.
fun of her accent. What is that? This is the fucking. This is
That's
the
Batman.
burning body all over again. Do you remember that? Oh, that doesn't
Yes.
sound very nice out of context. Burning body. Yeah. What in the world?
Yatagarasu, it's flying through the air.
Oh, not
What is
again.
this? Not again.
The times, they're changing. It's
People can fly
not just
now.
men,
Oh no.
but evidence. Even they lie to us now.
When was this photo taken?
Apparently, right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. It was taken from a nearby building that you can see the embassy from.
I see. So this was taken after the fire.
The blur in this picture took off from the Babyliss embassy, flew over the boundary, and headed for the embassy of Alabasta.
This is simply not possible. People are incapable of flight.
Franziska. Is that a fact? I've had
Well,
the pleasure
yeah.
of dealing with a case involving a flying person once. Yes, he has.
Actually, come to think of it, I've come across a case like that as well. Two, actually.
Maybe it happens more often than we think.
Am I up to the
People
task of
flying?
solving the mystery behind this photograph? Well, the Yatagarasu took off from the Babyliss embassy, so I should start from there. Franziska, I need to return to the Babel investigation for a bit.
Alright.
Thank you for the arrow game.
I'll continue investigating on this side of the building.
That's what Kay said, and look what she's done. Nothing. Alright, I'm counting on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Necrotation too.
I'm back, Mr. Edgeworth. Now come on, let's get back to our investigation.
Yes, let's.
You're punching him.
Let's.
He's plunging him. He doesn't like it.
Ow, ow, ow!
That's what you get for leaving me.
I heard you talking shit.
Through the door. Still there. What does he do in
Still
his free time? He
maniacally as
just
ever.
stands there, clutching his fists. clasping them together? Is this how he mourns for the death of his secretary?
Maybe.
To think, after all that running around, we're right back where we started.
It would appear that way.
Hi, Mr. Edgeworth. Have you found Manny's killer yet?
I'm terribly sorry, Ambassador Palino, but I have yet to find his killer.
Then I guess his murder really was the work of the Yatagarasu.
Let's get one thing straight. It is the work of the fake Yatagarasu. The real Yatagarasu is a noble vigilante who is only out to steal the truth.
Miss Faraday, please don't make such a sad face. If there's anything I could do for you, you'll have to do as I ask, alright?
Mr. Polino,
Actually, there is one thing you can do. Will you allow us to take another look around? We didn't have enough time to conduct a thorough investigation earlier.
Oh, sure. Please feel free to investigate to your heart's content.
Also, there are a few questions I'd like to ask you personally, Ambassador.
If it will bring a smile back to Miss Faraday's face, then I'll gladly answer anything.
thank you, Mr. Polino. You're a total gentleman.
You don't have to waste such nice words on me, little miss.
Hey, Sir Polino.
Those two sure got chummy awfully quickly. Oh.
Okay, stop
No.
mingling with the killer.
You know, it's easy to say we're going to investigate, but where should we begin?
We should probably start by comparing the state of this room before and after the fire. And then we should look into the matter of the suspicious person you spotted.
Yeah. When I came into this room, the person was already gone. But I'm willing to bet that the person I was chasing is Mr. Kojin's killer.
We don't know that yet. However, it's hard to believe that the person is unrelated. Furthermore, because the key the Yatagarasu stole 7 years ago was found here, it signals that perhaps Ms. Yu is also somehow involved.
I knew it! That woman is almost definitely Mr. Kojin's killer.
Yet again, we don't know that. There are too many mysteries to be solved in this case. Speaking of the Yatagarasu and mysteries, I received a most mysterious photo from Detective BADD.
Uncle Bad? He's taking part in this investigation too?
Yes, he has been chasing after the Yatagarasu for all these years.
Uncle Bad.
Now then, I was told that this photo was taken just after the fire.
What? This kinda looks like the person in the long coat I was chasing. Does this mean that I was chasing the fake Yatagarasu after all?
I don't know the answer to that. Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry. Forgive my manners tonight. Tonight? Why did I say tonight? I don't know the answer to your question, but I don't think people can fly either.
But this could be how that person escaped.
Okay. Well, we'll need to investigate a bit more before we can say anything about that. In any case, let's not dawdle anymore and pick up our investigation where we left off. Okay. Ah! The body! It became an outline! No!
No!
It appears that Mr. Kuchiman's body has been taken in for an autopsy. The white outline is all that is left to tell the tale of his murder. No! Don't turn me into an outline! Oh, let's check the window.
Oh yeah. Now we can check it finally.
You can see the Alabastian embassy through this window.
So, where were you when you were investigating over there, Mr. Edgeworth?
As you can see it from here. Ah, you can see it from here. I was there on the 5th floor. That's where Damask 2 was killed.
What? You mean the Damask the Second? Ah, poor guy.
No.
As a fellow second-generation thief, I can't just turn a blind eye to this.
Even though Damask the Second was merely an imposter of the original? Sus? Okay, what haven't we looked at?
It would be funny if
this.
what really it would be funny if what really happened was that someone just threw their coat under the window because of the fire.
Yeah,
And it
right.
just
And then
looked
that's
so
what they saw. I'm pretty sure. I also thought it was just a flying coat.
yeah.
Fireplace, huh? So Babao's offices have them too.
Ooh.
3, 4. There is a fireplace in relatively the same location in the Alabastian office. However, we found something there that I'd rather not recall ever again. I still can't believe that we found that lady's undershirt in the fireplace.
If it was that traumatizing, why don't you try creating new memories with this fireplace? You could climb inside and we can play hide and seek.
But you would know where I'm hiding. And come out covered in soot? I think not.
You really have no sense of fun, Mr. Edgeworth.
Really? These are the two things we didn't investigate. I don't know.
You didn't look at the desk.
Oh! God, fuck.
The chair.
Thrown at 200 miles per hour.
Miles per hour. It's the ink!
Oh, it is the
Ink!
It appears that this area was heavily damaged by the fire.
Yeah, I guess we should hurry up and get started examining everything.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I have no choice but to read that, by the way, because I can't skip that. Let's see. There was a bottle of Babbly's ink on Mr. Kochiman's desk.
And it looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside.
What a waste. The seal is unbroken, so the fire probably couldn't get into the bottle to burn up the ink.
Hey, Mr. Plano, it looks like your precious bubbly ink is alright after all.
What? That's odd.
Hold it! Ambassador, what do you mean by that?
Well, it's just that there's something strange about the ink.
Would you mind elaborating on that statement for me, please? From the other side of the room. Now then, Ambassador, I'd like to ask you about your movements before the fire broke out.
Before the fire? Which fire are you talking about?
Which one? There was more than one tonight?
Huh? Oh, I see. I guess you didn't hear about it. We had 2 fires here at the Balabahasi embassy tonight. What a bother all of that was.
Wait, but the only fire we know about is the one after the Jam and Ninja show.
Ah, well, the first occurred at the start of the Jam and Ninja show. Luckily, only the 4th and 5th floors of our embassy caught on fire. Not wanting to cause a panic among the theater goers, we decided to keep it internal.
All our embassies keep blowing up. Then the fire after the Jam and Ninja show was the second one of the night?
Exactly.
So the fire I witnessed was the second one. Come to think of it, didn't Detective BADD make reference to the first fire? When was this photo taken? Batman?
Batman!
Oh, he's muted. Okay, I'll do my best Batman impression.
Apparently, right after the fires, on the 4th and 5th floors were put out.
My voice hurts. I suppose this means that the photo was taken just after the first fire was put out.
So then, what was the extent of the damage in the second fire?
The second fire was contained to this floor, the 3rd floor. I think it was leftover embers from the fire on the floors above it that caused it.
That's... how should I put this? A very bad stroke of luck.
My office on the 5th floor, Manny's office here. And Manny himself, all gone in the blink of an eye.
I feel so sorry for you, Mr. Plano.
Oops. Look at me going on and on. Now then, what was it you wanted to ask again?
We were discussing what your actions and whereabouts for today were. And if you happen to know what Mr. Kuchiman's actions and whereabouts were as well.
Yes, very well. Let's see. I've been quite busy all day, from morning until now. First, I woke up and then I brushed my teeth. After that, I had a roll for breakfast.
Hold it! Fascinating. How about if you just skip to the relevant parts for me?
Oh, you'd like a condensed version? Alright, I can do that for you.
No, wait! Oh, you're gonna tell me about his breakfast again. So what did Mr. Kuchiman and you do this morning?
Well, originally we were supposed to meet and shake hands with the Jammin' Ninja. But Manny and I wanted to turn it into a photo op, so we were here tidying up his office.
You helped clean Mr. Kuchiman's office. Why were you not cleaning your own?
Oh, I think I forgot to mention this, but my office is currently undergoing renovations.
Logic.
Which is why both the Primitive statue and the Balabahasi knife set are down here.
I see.
Oh, but the tidying didn't take much, really. We just burned some files we no longer needed and expired coupons in the fireplace.
I bet cleaning up the fireplace must have been a real pain, though, huh?
Ah, about that.
Oh.
I kind of forgot to...
Sorry.
I guess I'm up a creek without Manny here to get angry at me.
Hold it! An ambassador like yourself has been on the receiving end of a secretary's anger.
Oh, he was very good at being mad. Or why, even just this morning he got mad at me. I spilled some Bahalabasi ink onto the back wall when I was burning the files, you see. And he got mad at me, saying that I should treat the ink with more respect.
Apparently orders go up the chain of command around here.
More motives to kill.
That's about it for what we did this morning, just some cleaning.
Don't tell me you had no other work to do, being an ambassador and all. Now then, if you could tell me what you and Mr. Kuchiman did this afternoon.
Well, Manny and I went down together to the Theatorium Neutralis. We had to be there for the start of the Steel Samurai stage show. After the show started, I went back to my office on the 5th floor alone.
So they were together until the start of the Steel Samurai show.
A little while later, after I had straightened myself up a bit, I returned to the theater, because I was to take part in the photo op on stage at the end of the show.
There was a commemorative photo op at the end.
It was a fantastic photo of the three of us, Ambassador Alba, the Steel Samurai, and myself. After the photo shoot, I went back to my office on the 5th floor. Prepare for my handshake photo op with the Jammin' Ninja.
He seems to be rather overworked for an ambassador. Is that sarcastic?
When I got to my office, that's when the first fire broke out, and I escaped down the stairs. My office was completely destroyed, but thankfully no one was hurt. I admit I ran away from the first fire as fast as my legs could carry me. But during the second one, I pitched in and helped the embassy staff put it up.
What an absolute man. So you didn't see Mr. Kuchiman again after the start of the Steel Samurai show?
Yes, that's right. The next time I saw him, he was lying there in eternal sleep.
I see. Ambassador Paleno, I thank you very much for your help.
I'm sorry I couldn't be more of an assistance, Mr. Edgeworth. If there is anything else, please don't hesitate to ask, alright?
Oh, there's one last thing. I wonder if you might tell me what you noticed about Mr. Kuchiman's bottle of ink?
I just thought of it right now, but... During the second fire, Manny was worried about his office, so he came rushing back to it. I called out to him, and when I received no reply, I used my spare key to open the door. But when I did, I was greeted by roaring green flames. The flames were so big that I wasn't able to see into the room at all.
Hold it! The fire was
Oh.
green. What was the cause?
Well, wood crystal oil burns green when it's lit, as you can see by this lantern.
And the Babbly's ink is made from the same oil, which means it would also burn green.
You know, I too had thought it was Manny's ink that had caught on fire. So that's why I was surprised to find out there was still a bottle of ink left on his desk.
Case of the perplexing green flames. Talk about a mystery.
What exactly was it that caught on fire in here? Perhaps we can go to logic? Oh,
You don't have one.
Look at the drawer again.
never mind.
Uh,
Drawer or safe?
The desk or whatever.
Okay, the desk.
The papers, maybe?
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious
Oh,
looking nook
book.
and cranny.
What's the book?
The book. The
What is that
book.
book?
Actually, no, he said drawer, right? So
Oh.
let's take a look at the drawer then. It would appear that this desk also fell victim to the fire.
But it doesn't look too damaged. Ooh, I think we can rifle through the drawer a bit.
I suppose we really should take a look. Ooh. Oh, wait. Didn't we get...
What is that?
It's the other...
Oh.
It looks like it's the other part of this thing, whatever this is. This is a rather unusual shape for a notepad. I suppose this must be another souvenir from somewhere. Let's deduce. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
Yes.
Flowers. Yes! No! Don't check! Present! Eureka! The shape of this notepad matches the shape of this note we found.
Hey, you're right! What is it? It looks like something straight out of Monument Valley?
Oh yes, that notepad is a souvenir from somewhere in your country. We've been collecting them for the purpose of studying them, you see.
Yes, I do. You seem to be quite passionate about it.
Oh, would you like to see my souvenir collection? I'd love to show it to you.
Are you sure they haven't been burned to a crisp by the fires? Ambassador Peleno, I wonder if you might recognize the handwriting on this note.
This looks like Manny's handwriting.
I see. In that case,
Ooh, did you figure something out?
this note was found in Alabast. Specifically, it was found being firmly grasped by the murdered Damask II. Second.
Damask the Second? Then this note...
Yes, it was a request from Mr. Kochiman for Damask II to steal the Primidux statue.
What? Manny tried to steal Alabast's Primidux statue?
We would know for sure if we could run a handwriting analysis. Ambassador, do you have any documents that were handwritten by Mr. Kochiman?
Yes, I can gather a few and give them to you.
I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe later to run the analysis.
I can't believe that Manny would even think of doing something like this.
Do you have any idea as to why he would have requested the theft of the statue?
There is one possibility, but mind you, it's just my personal speculation.
Anything you can tell me would be of great help, Ambassador. From the other side of the room. I believe that you said you might have an idea as to why Mr. Kochiman hired Damask II.
Actually, I fear it may be my fault. As I was telling you earlier, we were to determine which statue was the real one as a part of today's event.
But because of the Yatagarasu and the fire here, that got cancelled, didn't it?
I'm actually relieved the rest of the event has been cancelled. For you see, Babala's statue, well, it's just a replica.
And did Mr. Kuchima know that about Babao's primitive statue?
Of course he knew. That's why he was the only person I could consult with. We'd have to do something once our statue was revealed as a replica. As to be expected, I was very nervous today, as this would impact our country's authority.
Yes, I understand.
Well, when I told Manny my concerns, he said, "Let me handle it. It'll be alright. I'll find a way to make sure you're the ambassador of the reunited Corobia." At the time, I thought he was just trying to cheer me up. But when I saw the note, I realized he was serious.
Hold it! Mr. Kuchiman conducted a lot of business behind your back. I assume he did all that to ensure that you are the next Kodopian ambassador.
But why was he trying so hard, I wonder? He was so much better at getting things done than I ever was or will be.
I don't know the answer to why he was trying so hard yet, but I suspect he had an ulterior motive in mind beyond just simple kindness. Oh!
It's me! Oh, there you are, Mr. Edgeworth.
Me.
Detective Gumshoe, have you collected the information that I requested?
Yep, got it all right here. I wasn't expecting that. I was gonna say, nope. Here you go, Kay. Feel free to take a look. It's for you, after all.
No, it's for me.
What's all this, Gummy?
It's all the information on this room that I got from the embassy and Interpol people. Now we all know exactly how this room was before and after the fire.
Good work, Detective.
Oh, it was nothing, sir. I'm an expert at getting those people to talk.
Wow. You two remind me so much of my father and Uncle Bad.
What do you mean?
As prosecutor and detective, your dynamic is just like theirs back in the day.
Does that mean I'll die? Does that mean I'll die too someday?
Well, don't you worry.
Yeah.
I'm going to find my own wonderful partner someday. And when I do, I'm going to become a good Yaragarasu just like my father, right?
Hold it. Please don't ask me questions to which I have no answers to, Kay. However, I can say that it is a truly wonderful thing to find a partner you can trust.
You bet. So, what now, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't fucking know. Don't ask me. Well, I'd like to ask you for a favor.
Yes?
That gadget, Mr. Thief, is it? That thing you'd call your secret weapon.
Oh, you mean Little Thief? You're coming to rely on it, aren't you?
Hold it. I don't need a crutch like that. I'm only asking because I need it for the investigation. From the information Detective Gumshoe gathered and the ambassador's testimony, I'd like you to please recreate this room as it was during the third floor fire.
You got it! Alright, here we go. Dark skies of evening when no other bird dares take one alone. Wait.
Wow, it's poetic.
Dark